This is Carl Eller, and you're watching the One Bar and Lepagas show.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepagas show, a very special One Bar and Lepagas show. It is halfway through the season. That means it is time to hand out some very prestigious awards, which we're going to call the Scolies.
The Scolies. We are all dolled up, looking our best. I put a couple spritz of Brut on. I'm smelling good. I am looking good. And before we get into this award ceremony, before the music starts, remember this episode is brought to you by WinView Games, nation's sports prediction leader and home for pregame and live Minnesota Vikings prop contests. We all live and breathe Minnesota Vikings football. Put that knowledge to the test. Take on other Vikings fans in free or real money contests. The first $100 they're matching for free. This just really is a no risk situation. Put your Vikings knowledge to the test. New contest every single week. This is the app for every one of you guys. If you haven't got it yet, shame on you. I will be over to personally spank you.
Wow. Link right there. Hit it up. Make sure to use that link and win some cashish. But let's do this. Scolies. It's Scully time. Also, shout out to all of our Patreons. Hit up the Patreon link down below. Let's do this.
And what, hashtag 4,500? Is that what we're doing for the next giveaway?
Hashtag 4,500. We haven't been doing a good job pushing that, but we'll push it a little bit more when we get closer.
Yeah, it's been hashtag slow climb.
Slow climb. But let's do this. So, as always, comments below, whether it's a specific award that you feel we messed up on, or just maybe you want to make up your own award. We'd love to see it. We'd love to hear it. But we're going from our guts here, and they're full of beer. So let's start off with one of the sexier awards. Let's start off with Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. And the Scully goes to left tackle Christian Darrisaw. Woo! Really no surprise here. This guy's played in 5 games. I think he started 3. He's playing at a high level. He's just been a beast, in the run game, giving Kirk Cousins plenty of time in the pocket. Christian Darrisaw is everything that we want him to be so far at this point, and I'm excited. I mean, I don't know where the season's going to go from here on out, but I'm excited to watch Christian Darrisaw develop. And knowing you got your future left tackle and your right tackle already in place, this line suddenly has some hope and suddenly has some promise for the future.
Yeah, Darrisaw, this is an easy one because there's lack of options, but he's lucky we're not going just off of last week, because if it was just off last week, he'd have some competition. But Darrisaw, giving up 1 sack in 4 games. You're damn right we'll take that for a rookie lineman who has missed a lot of time in the offseason. So this is a no-brainer. That's why we started off with it. Easy peasy. Let's go to another one. Let's go back to comeback player of the year, who just came back with vengeance.
Yeah, and the Scully goes to defensive end Danielle Hunter. And it sucks that he's already out again, hurt again with that torn pectoral muscle. But Danielle Hunter, man, this
huge
guy was
pectoral muscle.
Yeah, giant. It's like bigger than both of us combined. We only got to see him for what was it, 6.5 games, 7.5 games, whatever the hell our record's at. But man, this guy was on a tear. He was on pace for a great season. Again, pressuring the quarterback, stopping the run, everything he can do is amazing, and he showed it. And it just sucks that his season's over, but man, he was great the few games we had him this year.
Yeah, he came back from not just a little injury. Those neck injuries are scary. So the fact that he came back, put up 6 sacks, I mean, he was on pace he was going to get 15 plus sacks, no doubt about it. And we'll see what happens next year, but he is definitely the comeback player of the year. Let's go to the holy shit player of the year. This is a guy that just comes out of nowhere. Like, oh my God, this guy is fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to pass you the envelope. I'm going to go this way. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, you're not doing well. Yeah, this is a pretty easy one. We got to go KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne, a guy that, if you've been watching our show over the last year and a half, Lepagas and I pretty much writ him off. We figured he was going to be one of the first cuts. And sure enough, he comes in 29 receptions, 341 yards, 2 touchdowns, and some big catches. Screw the stats. He had some big 3rd down catches. This dude's got hands. KJ Osborne is our holy shit player of the year. I'll probably send him a Christmas card this year just because I feel so bad of how not nice I was to him.
Yeah, if you sign up for our Patreon, you will get a One Bar and Lepagas Christmas card guaranteed, and there may be some nudity in that. I'm not going to say there will be for sure, but there could be.
You know what? I got to stop right there. Lubbock just pulled that out of his ass, but it might be true. I think we should send Christmas cards to our patrons. That's a great
I agree.
idea.
If you want a one more Lubbock Christmas card, send them for the Patreon right now.
Yeah, I mean, Patreon, just to be clear, is $2 a month, and that probably is the cost for the card alone. So if you don't do it, shame on you. $2.
Yeah, you'll definitely be getting one. Put that up on your mantle. The rest of them, it's gonna be awesome. All right, so next award is Get the Fuck Off the Field award. We've seen enough of your shit. Everything. I mean, why are you out there? Why are you out there? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open this one up myself. The Scully goes to Bashaud Breeland. We've seen so many shit performances from this guy. I mean, he does two things. He goes for the interception and then he gets hurt. And I don't know if he's really hurt, but every time, even if he makes a play, he still comes up holding something. This guy is frail as can be. Just get the fuck out the field already. We've seen enough. We don't need you out there. I'd rather see a young guy develop than watch you play any more football, Bashaud Breeland.
I don't like you talking about young people developing. You and I were kind of disagree a little bit. I think Breeland has played a little bit better. Should he get the fuck out the field? Yeah, I'll agree with that. Get the fuck out the field. Harrison Hand, Chris Boyd. We got Cam Downs. Patrick Peterson is on. It sounds like he's coming back against the Packers next week. So at that point, yeah, bye-bye.
Get the fuck out of the field.
All right, next up, biggest regret. Just a regret, whether it was free agency, whether it was a move, whether it was a guy we let go, a guy that's playing. What is our biggest regret in 2021 so far? Luppagus, you have the podium.
And the school he goes to, naming Clint Kubiak the offensive coordinator. And yes, he has had some good games called, but he's in a slump now. I mean, he's calling these plays, these dinking, these dunking. And if it's his game plan to, once we get the lead, to just, tuck it in and do the gobbler and not throw the ball down the field anymore. You have Justin Jefferson, you have Adam Thielen. Why are you not throwing the ball down the field? Why are you not continuing to try to Clint, throw some balls. Apparently, I need to get off the stage. I'm talking too long. Clint, you are my biggest regret.
You could have just said Clint Kubiak. Everybody would agree with you. You didn't even have to give any explanation.
Well, I did, and I wanted to
explain. They're down there. They're down there with their trying to think of that harp. That's what I'm thinking of. Let's go to underballs or underdog of the year. Underdog of the year. Which player is not getting the love? They probably deserve a little bit of love.
Well, I think who won the Scully? I think I love him a little more than you do, but I think you are very much warming up to him. And it's defensive tackle Armon Watts. Again, we see this guy making plays every single week. He's kind of been what we hope Michael Pierce would be, a run defender, a guy who's plugging running lanes and also making some interior pressure. And Watts has been damn good, and he doesn't get any love that he should be getting.
Yeah, when the Vikings drafted him, it seemed like it was all about his ability to get after the quarterback, or his potential to get after the quarterback. And that's what he's shown. He's had a lot of pressures. He's got 2 sacks, already a career best for Armon Watts, filling in very, very nice for Michael Pierce. So Armon Watts, hell yeah. I think where we differ is I just see him as just a beautiful piece on the depth chart. I think someday you want to see him starting and in the Ring of Honor.
Well, he has been starting because Michael Pierce.
I'm just saying
can't
that's
get
a
on the damn
piece.
field. So he's a great depth piece. And I think we skipped one, so I'm going to go back a couple steps on the agenda here and go with the player who wants to make you drink award, who you have to drink when you watch him. Maybe this is a player who just sucks. Maybe it's a player who is up and down. And I think who won this might be in that latter side of things.
Absolutely. This is a player where you just don't know what's going to happen. And ideally you're drunk anytime you're watching him. So your emotions are a little bit more numb. Yep. And obviously this is Greg Joseph. Greg Joseph, when you look at his stats, when you look at his numbers, he's having a very, very good year. When you look at the kicks he's missed, he's having a very horrible year, the grossest year ever. So I mean, he's been a pretty good kicker compared to what we've seen, but he makes you want to drink. And that's why we're drinking right now, because our kicker is Greg Joseph.
Yeah, every time I drink, I think about Greg Joseph. He's the only reason I drink.
Really?
So yeah, he is. He is. All right. So next time, I hope you have your swim cap with you, because it's the time to get wet award.
Time to get wet award. While that might sound perverted, this means it is time to get his feet wet. It is time to get his ass out on the field. Yep. Galapagos, who needs to get wet?
The school he goes to, guard Wyatt Davis. Why is he not out there? Why is Blake Brandel backing up Oli Udoh when he gets hurt. He's a 3rd round pick, a guy who many figured would be a mid to late first in the draft. First started unfolding late January last year. He had some injuries, fell to the 3rd round. We figured it was a steal. Super excited about this guy. He's got the bloodlines. He's angry. He's mean. He's tough, physical. What we need. What are we waiting for here? It's time to get this guy wet. It's time to get us wet watching this guy.
Yes, White Davis, congratulations. So far, this is your only accolade in the NFL. I'm sure he'll be here any moment to get his award, but yeah, you said it all. There's some sort of mystery here.
There is. Maybe we'll do a mystery Patreon video on it.
I'm sure we will. What's up next?
Next is most likely to break out in the second half like Lupagus's left butt cheek.
Yuck. While it would be easy to say Kene Nwangu, it's a sexy pick. He's going to return 7 more kicks. He's going to get crazy in the backfield. Screw that. We're going elsewhere. We're going with that defensive end from Michigan State. The man who doesn't stop. That is Kenny Willekes. Kenny Willekes showed up last week, had a great game, was all over the place. I expect to see a lot more of that. Obviously, with Danielle Hunter out, DJ Wanham not playing overly fantastic. I think we're going to get a big old helping of Kenny Willekes, and I think he's going to show up. I think he's going to prove that he should have been drafted in round 4.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, we both flat out came out and said we are Kenny Willekes lovers. We've always have been. We always will be. But the way he played on Sunday backs up our thoughts and our feelings about him. You already said it. I mean, this guy, it's the motor. He doesn't stop. He keeps going. We saw him track down Lamar Jackson after initially missing the tackle, chasing him down the field. That's what Kenny Willekes brings, effort and motor. Not super athletic, not super sexy, but this guy just doesn't quit.
I wish they would mic him up. I bet he says very, very naughty words.
Really?
Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
I see him as a Kirk Cousins at defensive ends.
No. I see him as says the rudest things possible. Next up, biggest kick to the crotch moment. And we've had a handful of them, so there's a lot to pick from. But what moment so far through these 8 games made your balls feel like they're almost coming out your throat?
And it's the one that really just, I think, set this whole thing south. And you lose to the Bengals in week 1. You come back, you play a game against the Cardinals. Everybody expects you to get blown out of the water. You play really damn good. You play well enough to win. You have a chance to win the game at the end. Yeah, and you kick a 37-yard field goal. Easy peasy. You shank it. You're 0-2. And that's easily it's the biggest kick to the crotch, because you win that game. I think this whole season maybe starts to go a different way.
Absolutely. Not only after that game, the confidence have been high. Arizona is just getting touted as one of the best teams in the NFC. We had them. We should have beat them. It didn't happen. I know that is the Vikings' MO.
We thought they were.
What?
We let them off the hook.
We let them off the hook. What's that from?
Denny Green against the Bears.
Jeez. We knew what they were. All right. Next up, what do you got?
Biggest what the fuck moment of the year. Like, I mean, we've seen these before. We've seen the Stephen Ridley steamrolls. Just every now and then, there's just some strange things that happen during the season. And so far through, 8 games, what is your biggest what the fuck moment? Who gets the Scully?
Who's the cornerback that used to play for the Vikings? Cedric Griffin. When always just remember when you get in people's faces just to be like, do this weird statue thing. That is exactly what we're talking about. Just like,
remember when we got his brother an application to work at that pizza place?
Yeah, we were. That was at Mankato. That was fantastic. But yes, this is just kind of like what is happening. And thankfully, Justin Jefferson came through last week and gave us the what the fuck moment, because as he was running downfield, everybody saw it. He decided to pull out the old-fashioned windmill. I don't know what he was doing. I'm glad he did it, and he deserves every ounce of this award. That was the biggest what the fuck moment. And Justin Jefferson, I'm surprised he didn't take off and fly through the stadium.
It would have been better if he just kept running, like past him, and not even try to make a block. Just ran down the tunnel.
Would have been great.
I'm out here.
Didn't do it though.
All right, let's move on to more positive. I mean, that was positive. I like that.
That was positive. It was very positive. Just the most heartwarming moment. This is the Christmas movie you watch on the Lifetime channel about December 3rd, getting excited for the holidays. What is the best moment of the year for the Vikings so far in a year that hasn't been great?
This is it's easy. You're breaking, the 7-game streak against the Seattle Seahawks. You beat that gum chewing bastard. You beat Russell Wilson. You beat Seattle at home. Finally.
Hey, hold
Get
on.
that
We didn't
monkey
beat
off
them.
your back.
We kicked
Killed
their
them.
ass.
Kicked their ass at home. Seattle, you can suck it. Yeah, that was easily the brightest moment of the season so far.
That was wonderful. That's all we got. That's all we got to hold on to.
Yeah, well-deserved Scully there. So let's go to the free agent signing of the year. A lot of options here because we brought in a lot of new faces.
Brought a lot of new faces on. I mean, I think we both agree that Patrick Peterson, if he did not get injured, he would run away with this thing. He's been fantastic. But a guy who didn't get injured and is also in the secondary, Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, it seemed like he was a little quiet the first couple of games, but damn, has he come on. PFF 11th best ranked safety in the league. 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and the best part is he is laying some wood. He is beating some ass out there. And only 26 years old out of the free agents. He is one of the guys that just kind of tickling my parts right now where I wouldn't be too upset if they threw some money at him in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had like a bad performance yet. He's flash times. I mean, his performance against Dallas was pretty much what kept us in that game. He was definitely out for revenge. He played, amazing that game, but he's never really had a bad game yet. And he's had some good moments. So Xavier Woods, yeah. I mean, you look at Delvin Tomlinson, he's been all right. I mean, you look at Nick Vigil, had an early good start. He's kind of faded off. Patrick Peterson got hurt. So Xavier Woods definitely deserving of this award. Definitely deserving of this Scully.
Well done, Xavier. We're proud of you. You did well. And now the big boys of the ceremony, the turd of the year and the stud of the year. I will give you the honors on the.
Thank you. And I don't think this will come to any surprise to anybody who's watching right now. Turd of the year so far is our center, our Garrett Bradbury. I mean, he's just doing what he's always done. Just he gets pushed back into Kirk Cousins' crotch. Maybe he just wants to, but Garrett Bradbury sucks. And I got a whole list of things here. I'm going to pull out my pocket here. I'm going to take my
don't do it.
All right.
You know what's funny about this? Garrett Bradbury, PFF. Again, I'm going back to this. Bradbury is ranked the 34th ranked center in the league. He's had 5 penalties. He's given up 1 sack, 17 pressures, but 34th. That means there's 2 backup centers that are better than him. And get this, 2 of those centers are Jaguars. We have 2 Jaguar centers that are better than Garrett Bradbury. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Your trash bags suck. Try Hefty. They went to commercial. You're on commercial right now.
What I just said was valid.
It was valid. It was flaccid. It was awesome.
Jaguar centers.
That's I know. When you said he stood 34th, I'm like, wait, there's only 32 teams.
Unfortunately. Sure. And now let's go to the award everybody has been waiting for. The stud, the stallion, the player that we get so excited about. And he is on our team. It gives us the warm and fuzzies in our parts. The stud of the year, Lupagus. This is all you. Who is our stud?
I feel like I should give this to you because you actually came up with this one. I was really struggling. With the stud of the year. And then when you said this, I'm like, yeah, that was great. So I'm going to give the honors to you because I think you're on point with this one. And I don't think anybody can argue this.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Straighten my tie quick.
You should.
Stud of the year goes to offensive tackle from the University of Pittsburgh, Brian effing O'Neill. Brian O'Neill, you look at some of these players, you look at some of these stats, and you get very excited. But you look at the guy doing the dirty work on an offensive line that is shady at best with a left offensive tackle that is a rookie. Brian O'Neill is our staple. He is our guy, and he is ripping shit up. He is proving that contract was worth every damn penny, has yet to give up a sack. Brian O'Neill.
He's just so damn good. And, he was mic'd up a couple weeks ago. This guy, I mean, the whole team loves this guy. They rally around him. Not only is he playing well, but I think he gets everybody else fired up. You can't say enough about what he does. And he's still league wide. He is so underrated. He doesn't get any amount of praise that he deserves. He's just so damn good. Brian O'Neill, a pick when it was made, I was not a fan of. I thought he was more of a 3rd, 4th round guy. Took him around 2, and man, Rick Spielman nailed the home run in that one.
He nailed it. He nailed it hard. Brian O'Neill is our stud of the year. Those are our Scolies. Remember, Patreon, you want that Christmas card. You need that Christmas card.
It's coming. Who knows what it's gonna look like? I need a shave. I think I'll need a shave for that thing.
I think you're going to need to shave multiple spots for this card.
Absolutely. While you're thinking with that Christmas card, first of all, remember to keep your skull in your hole. And also remember this: cats show trust by headbutting people.